Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way. Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way.
Hello, wonderful people. It is that time of the day where we give you all the trending issues and all what you need to know as regards what is happening on all social media platforms. Just in case you are joining us at this time, relax and enjoy all our discussions because we have a loaded package for you this evening. My name is David Bulus and I am going to be your host for this wonderful program. You know how we do it on this program. We bring up all the interesting issues and dissect them for your viewing pleasure. Relax and enjoy everything we have for you this evening. Of course, I am not alone in the studio. I have a very gentle man who is going to help me do justice to all our trending issues. Of course, we have a lot of, pulsating issues this evening, things that are gaining traction online and, generating a lot of reactions from social media users. And my guest is none other than Emmanuel Bouget. Good evening, sir.
Oh, Mr. David.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me in the studio today.
Thank you so much for joining us. How is Nigeria this evening? It's good we ask.
Well, when you talk about the weather, in different parts of the country, we experience different weathers. Some places are hot, some places are cold. And Harmattan is slowly stepping in at this point.
All right, thank you so much. Now we begin with the program properly, where a video which is gaining traction online has shown a lady declining the proposal of her boyfriend. Now in a video which was shared by the friend of the lady and has now been circulated across various social media platforms. The man was seen presenting flowers and, of course, an engagement ring to the lady. But unfortunately, the lady declined the proposal, citing a lack of kneeling down as an issue. Now, according to the lady, he is supposed to kneel down and propose to her. And because he did not do that, she called the wedding off and said she will not marry a man who doesn't respect her enough to agree to her terms. Mr. Emmanuel, let's even begin with reactions on social media. A lot of people feel this is commonplace. I mean, it has become normal for guys to kneel down and propose to their ladies. when about to, propose their marriage to them. Well, some people feel this is not commonplace. This is some Western culture that we've adopted and is becoming an issue. But notwithstanding whether it was what was obtainable when our parents got married or what is currently in vogue, what do you have to say about this?
Well, just as many believe,
yes,
this is a Western culture that is influencing us currently here in Africa. But then we have our own culture, and it depends on what influences you the most. Is it your culture or the Western culture? As we know it, most of our parents, nobody knelt to give any ring before marriage or anything. So if you're sticking with your background, where you're coming from, then you might not have to necessarily kneel to propose to your fiancé or your bride-to-be. But if you're driven more by the Western culture, then you have to go all in by kneeling as they do and proposing.
Okay, let me also give you an insight, another angle. The lady of the friend of the lady, she came out to address the issue and she said, it's not about kneeling down only, but for the fact that the lady requested, okay, I know you don't want to kneel down, but I'm requesting you should do it. If you in any way respect me as your wife to be. So this has now gone beyond whether it is culture or commonplace, and it has now, graduated to respect. Do you really respect this lady you want to marry and can bend the rules for her? So what do you have to say? Because that, according to her friend, that is the reason why
she refused
the
proposal.
Yes.
After I watched that video, I personally was happy for the both of them that the marriage they even go through. Why? Because
probably let me hold you on a little and allow our viewers to have a look at the video before we continue. Please, wonderful viewers, take a look at this.
Are you seeking
I never knew you were someone waiting for me. We were just kids when we fell in love. Not knowing what it was. I'll never give you up. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is so light, and your eyes so you're aware, like you knew about this whole thing, and you didn't tell me. Oh my God.
to kneel down. I don't have to kneel down to commit to my life. I don't have to kneel down.
I have to go on your knees.
Why are you raising your voice? This is just a proposal. Every single thing about you.
I'm not going anything. Why did you just go down on your knees like other men do? What's your problem?
Why are you shouting? You're embarrassing me. Why in public? No, don't tell me that. Why would you tell me to kneel down? Then come back here. No, what's wrong with you? Come here. What's wrong?
You guys, you've seen it. When I saw that video, I was perplexed. I mean, Could this be a joke? At first, we all thought it was a publicity stunt. But when we saw that it was genuine, the lady coming out to talk, her friend coming out to talk, but let's talk about mutual respect in relationship. Do you think, since the lady requested that I want you to kneel, I want this thing to go viral on social media, do you think he would have just knelt down? I mean, it's just for a second. Just kneel down and propose. What do you think?
Now, I think requests that often comes from ladies in relationship is one big problem we have, especially in this country. And with the way the world is going now, the thing is that it's like the ladies always want things to happen their own way. And if it is not going to happen in their own way, then nothing should happen at all, which is very, very wrong. And so far, what relationship has been about currently, as it is going in this country, is that ladies are always requesting for this, requesting for that. It is all about them requesting and you giving.
But again, don't you think giving is a sign of love? I mean,
but
if I give, it is because I love you. And I
talking about
you.
love in general, giving is part of love. But then you shouldn't always be requesting for things that are unnecessary. And you shouldn't always consider that what the man is giving you is what love is all about.
So because now, to switch things up on this issue, is this commonplace or Western culture?
This is Western culture, obviously, because this is something that it is even through social media we get to know about kneeling down and proposing for a lady. If not, we don't know anything of this nature.
Yes, and coming back to address what her friend said, the friend said, you know, she requested because she wants to post it on her social media handles for her friends to wish her well. And I begin to wonder, where has the place of secrecy gone to? Must we even must we post that we've been engaged to, introduction? I feel pre-wedding photo shoot should just do the announcement.
Exactly.
I mean, then subsequently invitation cards. Must we start as early as engagement?
You see, that is the problem. And that is what actually brings about why ladies make so many requests in relationship, to the point that now it is believed that as a guy, if you don't have enough money, you shouldn't even go to relationship at all. If you know that anything a lady is asking for, you can't be able to do, you shouldn't even go to relationship at all, which is very, very wrong. And that is because they are actually more concerned about competition. They are actually more concerned about what others will say about their relationship. They are more concerned about what the public see. So that is what is bringing about most of these issues that we are having in relationship, because they want you to buy them this so that they will show it to the world that my man is doing this for me, my man is doing that for me. It is not even about how you actually feel. When relationship should be about how the two parties involved feel about each other, but they don't actually care about how you feel. Especially this is actually affecting the men. They don't actually care about how you feel. They just care about how others view what is going on in the relationship. Whether you are fighting in the relationship, but as far as the public is seeing you guys chilling out and doing, they are okay with it.
And that is obviously why we have a lot of failed marriages shortly after a very wonderful and glamorous wedding.
Exactly.
You find a lot of these things. Anyways, we'll keep our dials locked on that one and see how it goes. Whether they will later settle their differences and have a proper engagement.
I was saying something. After I watched that video, I said I was even a bit happy for the both of them that the marriage didn't even go through.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was because I saw that there is too much
clash. Yes.
Exactly.
Individual differences. They couldn't have, wrapped their head.
There would have been so much problem in that marriage, I believe.
Anyways, we wish them all the best, and we move ahead to some politics now, where it has been drama in the Labour Party. And unfortunately, Precious Oruche, a Nigerian influencer and a member of the 2020 Edo State NSAS panel on police brutality, is once again in the eye of the storm. Now, this time around, not for some very good reasons. A video which is gaining traction online has revealed that Precious Oruche, popularly known as Mama P, was seen harassing the factional leader of the Labour Party, Mr. Julius Apure. Now, in the video, Miss Mama P was seen verbally abusing him and calling him out for causing problems in the Labour Party. Shortly after landing in Edo State, Mama P was apprehended by the police and was taken into custody. Now her detention by the police gained widespread attention and has drawn a lot of criticism from social media users and lovers of the party alike, who see it as an infringement of our fundamental human rights and has called on for her release, after which was shortly released yesterday in Edo State. And this has now led to a lot of issues, making the whole problem to become a little bit dicey. And I want to ask, is this freedom of speech? Is this infringement? Let's even start from let's do a little background. Let's give a little background story. You know, Julius Abure has been here with the Labour Party through thick and thin. Now we have factions, they are in courts, and you know the other day we were talking about the lack of uniformity in our judiciary system, where this court will give this order, this court on the same matter will give a different judgment. And you begin to wonder what happens. Exactly, now we are in court, and it doesn't look like we are going to leave the court anytime soon as far as this whole factional issue is concerned. We are not even talking about PDP now. We are talking about Labour Party. Now, do you think the manner in which, because we are going to play the video for our viewers to have a look, or probably we'll allow our viewers to watch this video posted by Mama P herself. It's quite interesting that she was the one that uploaded this video herself. Please, viewers, have a look.
How come confronting? Have you? They are the ones ruining our hope and life for this country. Is this not Julius Abure?
It's maintain a single line.
You are the ones who is frustrating Nigerians. In case nobody has told you, you are the one frustrating Nigeria. Are you not Julius Abure? So what are you not doing with the Labour Party? Police, they find you, they enter aeroplane. Police, they find you. Is that not Julius Abure? Are you a good at key? We the child you man. Are you not Julius Abure? Police is looking for you. You don't destroy the Labour Party, they enter aeroplane. No, go kill all of you now. Can you imagine? That's Julius Abure. Police is looking for him. The person who destroyed the Labour Party. And he's still coming to enter aeroplane. You know why? Wait till you ask for that. Excuse me. And you know me. And you're asking me for a man. Excuse me, sir. You know me and you're asking me for a man. My chuka inside your ass. Wait. Say that Benin you will go. If you get to Benin, tell me are you man. That's Julius Abure. Oh, that's Julius Abure. I know. You don't know him. I know that you. Motherfucker. I know you. All of you ruin our chances. Excuse me. You are coming to enter aeroplane. Okay, you don't know. I know you. I know you. We belong. Anywhere we.
Of course, that was Precious Uruchi, popularly known as Mama P, the activist. And like I was saying before we played the video, it's quite interesting that she uploaded this video herself. But there are a lot of issues that are at stake here. Firstly, she invaded his privacy. She invaded his privacy. And number two, she's exposing his location in real time. I mean, she went live, huge, and was announcing, I'm on air with so person, and, you know, just give us your insights on this.
Well, as simple as ABC, what she did there was actually wrong. For her to go live on social media and exposing another person's whereabouts without his consent.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that is absolutely wrong. And then if she feels she has some things to say about him that she feels is not okay with her, he's bringing the Labour Party down. According to her, he doesn't want Peter Obi to progress. So these are things that she shouldn't just come out in such a place, an airport, as a matter of fact, and be causing such a nuisance. This is actually public disturbance. So that is a wrong way to handle this this kind of thing. Two wrongs actually don't make a right. That
now,
is
let's,
one.
let's also get, sorry to cut you there, let's also get another angle to this story. A lot of people feel, yes, it is high time somebody address this issue of factionality, especially in Labour Party. And as the clock tick away to the convention, if they don't go out of the courts before then, it looks like they may not even get the opportunity to field a candidate for the 2027 general election, because it doesn't look like this rift is coming to an end. Don't you think at least somebody needs to make that bold step of confronting them? Probably it will sink some sense into their, reasoning.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, this issue is currently in court.
Yes.
So if you want it to be handled in a quick manner, approaching him and saying all these things to him in the airport is not one way to go about it. If you want the judiciary to extend the steps in making the judgment concerning what is happening in the Labour Party, then this attack should go to the judiciary on why is it being delayed, why has the judgment not yet been passed. So that is what should happen.
Okay, let me also get your insight now about her detention by the police, because that is even the bigger picture now. This was even the part that got a lot of people talking, dragging the Nigerian police force, and, is this, because people now feel that this is an infringement on our fundamental human rights. But do you think it is an infringement? Because I understand the detention did not really go down well with people, social media users. It became a whole lot online. What do you have to say about her detention? Because it obviously involved law enforcement agents.
As far as I'm concerned, she was causing unnecessary sin. And then because of that, they have to do one or two things in order to stop that from advancing. But the manner in which that detention was carried out was not right, because we had Abure involved talks in the situation.
Okay, now just before we go there, let me take some, some comments on social media as regard this, then we'll go back. Smart Tech says, while it's understandable to feel frustrated with politicians, would widespread public action against them, similar to what Mama P did, lead to constructive change or potentially destabilize the political system? Why I brought up this comment was because of what you said. You made a point about this, that this could actually potentially cause, mayhem and chaos and what have you. And we've seen people online also coming out to talk in that direction, because, of course, this is not the right way to go about it.
Exactly.
And it is a two-edged sword. Just like you said now, the action by the factional leader of the APC as well doesn't even align with what is obtainable of a political leader of his caliber. Probably we should have a more diplomatic approach. But of course, she was eventually apprehended or detained by the police, which ultimately is supposed to be what should have been done. Can I get your final take on this before we go to the next topic?
Well, approaching someone physically like that and insulting him, saying so many things about him, even saying the police are looking for him, and here is he. Why didn't she just call the police instead, quietly, and report? If she feels the police are looking for him, then call the police and report him to the police that the person you're looking for is here, instead of all that noise.
After all, whistleblowing is very much a thing in Nigeria.
Exactly. So that is one.
Reminds me of late President Muhammadu Buhari, may he so rest in peace. He actually ignited this whole whistleblowing policy during his first tenure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about just before we switch up this, we move away from this topic. A lot of times, reactions, the kind of reactions we social media users, Nigerians, anytime something of this nature happens, we tend to not look at the issues objectively. We just tend to go to support blindly, pour in emotions into the whole thing. Because I was surprised to see the comments on social media, people calling out the police for
detaining her
without looking at the fact that she is potentially putting the man in danger, exposing his face, his location in real time. you're actually putting him in harm's way.
That is the thing, you know, considering the fact of how frustrating the country can be. So, you know, it can actually anger so many people into doing, reacting in different manners. But then we should also remember that, you know, someone said, if you act angrily, then you might not actually be acting in the right way.
Exactly.
So there are order of things, and things should be followed orderly. Instead of the way she handled it, there are so many political leaders that are being called out on social media. Yes. You can sit in your room, make a video, say whatever you want to say about what or whichever politician you feel is doing what is not right. Exactly. You state it out on social media instead of going out in the public and then causing
and you can,
noise pollution.
Even if you want to meet them physically, you can do that respectfully.
Yes,
not
respectfully, not in that manner of
exactly.
That is actually harassment. There is no two ways about it. Yes, it's as simple as ABC.
Anyways, you know, Nigeria will always be Nigeria, and Nigerians will always be Nigerians. We'll go on a short break right now and return with even more interesting stories. I'm sure you don't want to miss any bit of it. Stay with us.
Fellow Tarabians, my name is Professor Jerome Nyame, the People's Professor. I want to call on all 168 wards that continuous voters registration is currently going on. I urge you to get your PVC today, your voice, and your ticket to participate in shaping our dear states. Get your PVC now, keep it safe, and exercise your rights. Let's make our voice heard. Thank you. I remain the People's Professor, Professor Jerome Nyame.
Welcome back, wonderful people. Thank you for still being with us on this evergreen program, What's Trending. And we're going to talk about the last issue right now, where it has been a beehive of reactions since on Saturday when Bill Mayhem, a popular American writer, has come out to make bold statements insinuating that the killings in Nigeria is a genocide on the Christian population. Now, this comment by Bill Mayhem has raised a lot of criticism, particularly from Nigerians and leaders, stating that the issue could potentially lead to a disrupt of peace or the relative peace being currently enjoyed in the country. Now, the federal government, through the Minister of Information, has come out to debunk this information, you know, citing that a lot of ethnic groups and religious groups are caught in the web as far as insecurity in Nigeria is concerned. Of course, a lot of people have also come out to talk about this. But briefly, because we are running out of time, I just want to have your insight on this, because this is a sensitive issue and a lot of people feel that this could trigger unwanted reactions in Nigerians, especially because a lot of people are trying to cope up with their mental health and make do with whatever is left of them after the whole incident. So what do you have to say about this?
Well, the stats are there. Numbers don't lie. And then from what has been going on so far, we all know that these attacks have been on different parts of the country, different ethnic groups, and different religious people, depending on your faith. So even though the Boko Haram was tagged as the Islamist terrorist group, but then their victims have been from different parts of the country and different ethnic groups and different religions. And this issue of Boko Haram is not the only thing that has been troubling this country. We also have the herdsmen, we have bandits, we have those in the Niger Delta.
Exactly, because I was coming to that, because I really want us to round up at this point. I was wanting to ask that it's cut across. Now in the east, we have the IPOP, Indigenous People of Biafra. We have the ESN, the Eastern Security Network. Those ones on their own are also causing some level of damage. When you go to the northeast, you find the Boko Haram, of course, the extremists. In the northwest, we have the bandits, you know, Bello Turji, and we discussed some weeks here the peace deal they had with Ado Alero and what have you. So it got across. You know, recall that just some weeks ago, 50 Muslim faithfuls were killed in the mosques in Malufanshi local government area in Katsina State. So the federal government have, you know, come out to say that these things cut across. It has no link to any religion, no link to any tribe, as everybody is a victim. And on a personal note, I would, you know, want to agree with them, really, because we've had a fair share. And I want to, you know, take an excerpt from the Minister of Information. Now, this is part of what he said while addressing the issue. He said, Nigeria is a multi-religious state with a large population of both Christians and Muslims. We are home to one of the largest Muslim communities in the world, alongside one of the largest Pentecostal churches and the largest Anglican congregation globally. The Christian religion is rather endangered or marginalized in Nigeria. This is coming from the federal government. And I feel that this settles the issue clearly, because these are issues that you need to see the reactions on social media, of course. It has been, you know, an array of emotions with people pouring out. But of course, like you said earlier, numbers don't lie, figures don't lie, and we are relying solely with figures and, of course, facts. Now, can I have your general insight while we round up this program?
Well, let me start with this last topic. So the federal government has come out to clear the air, and I think it was very necessary for them to do that.
They also gave figures. Sorry, I forgot to mention that they also gave a breakdown of the recent efforts governments are making to even address this issue. So it's not like they are relaxing.
Exactly. So we know the government are putting effort. We've seen what they've done so far. And then just as we said, the numbers don't lie. So the numbers are there. We know that these attacks have been all over and not centered on a specific tribe or religion, or state. So that was very good for the federal government to address. And then back to the first topic, we spoke about the engagement that didn't go on. And what I would say is that if you want to go into marriage, you should understand what marriage is all about and what love is all about. It is all about understanding. It is all about respect. It is all about sacrifice. So you should know that there are things that you sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your pride for marriage. You have to understand your partner for marriage to work. And if those things are not there, then you should know that the marriage can work. And that is absolutely what we saw that went down in that proposal. There was not enough respect. There wasn't sacrifice. Nobody wanted to sacrifice. He doesn't want to sacrifice his pride to kneel down. And then she doesn't also want to sacrifice her ego, that she wants this to go over social media, and she wanted him to kneel down. So there was no understanding, which led to the failure of that proposal. And then the other topic we discussed.
Yes, about Precious Oluche.
Exactly. So, in fact, one thing is that if you're going, for Nigeria, we practice a system of democracy.
Yes.
But then because we practice a system of democracy where free speech is allowed, freedom of speech is allowed, that shouldn't be abused. And also, the way the Aburi himself handled the case, I think he didn't do such in a right manner also by, according to reports, some talks were involved, which is absolutely wrong.
Yes, Mosaic, I think I must clear the air that these are his supporters who did not like what Mama P did, that came out to confront her. But what he did was to involve law enforcement, agent. But that being said, this is actually the right way to go about it. And that is the size of our package to you this evening. Hoping that you had a swell time with us here on Some TV, the pulse of the nation. And trust me, we are coming back tomorrow with more interesting issues for you. So I'm sure you don't want to miss that. Continue watching Some TV and stream all our programs live on YouTube at Some TV Live. You can also follow us on Facebook at Some TV. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.